Hey guys, what is going on? My name's Kyle and welcome back to another episode of The Crew. Today I've got some special information for you guys if you're wanting to know about the new DLC coming to The Crew called Wild Run. Now there's a lot of stuff to explain, so I'm going to try and get through this as quick as possible. Try not repeat myself because there is quite a lot of stuff to talk about. So if you know already, there's been Gamescom in the last 2 days, so basically there's a few videos up at the moment on YouTube explaining some of the new specs, new information about vehicles, so if you want to go check them out, some of the links will be in the description, or you could just listen to this video if you really wanted to. So Wild Run's coming out on the 17th of November 2015, so that's just over 3 months away, so that's not that long to wait actually, just under, well, just over 3 months, sorry. So basically one of them is going to be like one of the new specs. What we're getting to see is monster trucks. Now monster trucks are going to be absolutely amazing, and Ford's known a lot for the monster trucks, so basically we're going to be seeing like driving around doing stunts. I don't know if you'll be able to drive around cities jumping over cars and all that sort of stuff. I don't know if they'll be able to do that because it's a bit unrealistic if you kind of think about it, to be honest. But it'd be great to have a police chase in a monster truck. I'd like to see them catch you anyway. So another one as well we're going to talk about is the motorcycles. Motorcycles is coming to The Crew, what's really interesting as well. I'm wanting to find out if you can actually fall off your motorbike. That'd be really good. I don't know what kind of like manufacturers they're putting into it. I don't know if there's going to be like Kawasaki. I know there's Ducati, is it? Ducati or Ducati, that's what it is. Ducati's coming into this. That's on the trailer as well, so you guys can check that out. Another one as well is going to be drift vehicles. I personally drift around on The Crew all the time, so I try my best to try and drift, even though you don't get any points. It just looks cool. It looks cool if you're like your friends watching you drift around a corner, but they're not even playing it. It's just fun to do on like any game at all. So another one as well, the last spec is going to be drag races. So if you're at the Salt Flats, that's where I go to test my cars out, like any car at all. I test the top speed. Like the Ford GT I tested out was like 156 miles an hour. 256 miles an hour, topped out on the Salt Flats. Best place to go. There's just a straight line, so you can test your car out full speed, wham bam. There's the best place to go, guys. There's not much events around there. It's pretty bare actually. But this DLC, the Wild Run's coming out, and it's going to be in the Meteor Crater. Now that's kind of like on the southeast of the mountain states, so it's just the borders next to the south. That's where I was driving around at the start of the video. I don't know if I'm still there. I can't really see the video because I'm not recording. So I think I'm actually jumping into a multiplayer game with just some randoms, but people going about multiplayer being really slow. Don't go the first faction. Do not go the first faction. You'll jump into a lobby right away if you're like the other factions, like the Bears. Switch to them. Your bonus will change what's kind of lost as well. But with friends or anything, just switch faction, and you'll lose bonus, but you'll still get money, so you don't have to worry about it, guys. Now another massive update is going to be creating your own races. Now this is really interesting because if you've not done the event in Las Vegas, the 4-hour race where you have to race with like one of your friends or like 2 people in a party, was really difficult. I done it in my Ford Focus RS, I think it is, but that took me 3 hours and 30 something minutes on my first attempt. I didn't get the trophy. I was just like, oh no way. Turns out if someone leaves, you don't get it, even though the person finishes. So I done it a second time with one of my friends, and like completed it right away, got the bronze trophy. I was like, yay, bronze trophy. And so that was 8 hours for a bronze trophy, and at the time they only got 80k for one race, and when they updated it, I got 140 or 120. So that was massive. 4-hour race, and they're adding like stuff so you can create your own race. So if you want to drive from Miami to Seattle, it's going to take about 45 minutes real time, then go down to Las Vegas, which is going to add maybe about 15 minutes onto your journey. So that's going to take up to an hour, and then say for whatever reason you want to go back to New York and then down to Miami, and that's going to add on another hour. So that's going to be like a 2-hour race. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do this on your own. You need 2 or 4 people in your party. You can't actually jump in yourself, like test the track out what you need. It's all done through like a GPS system, like a waypoint. So if you set a waypoint to Miami, it picks the fastest route for you, unless you do the checkpoints along the way. So you want to go up to, for an example, let's go to Miami, but you wanted to go to Las Vegas, but you wanted to go some weird route, you wanted to go through Detroit. You had to put a waypoint there in Detroit in order to GPS around. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see. Another really interesting thing to see is dynamic weather. There's a lot of games at the moment doing dynamic weather, just because they've got a software for it, and the crew is taking advantage of this, and it's going absolutely amazing. So say I'm driving around in my Lamborghini or my Ferrari around New York City. I've mastered this car, like, well, I've drove 5,000 miles, I've got the trophy. So basically it starts pouring down, like the city's covered in water, there's waterlogged everywhere, and your car's going to handle differently. So that's going to be something to like master now. So it's going to be, you can imagine it's going to be like driving your Ferrari off-road in the dirt. You know, you're just going to skid everywhere, but you're going to have that graphics and dynamic weather, like spitting up the screen and hopefully hitting off the actual screen. So it's like water hitting the screen, if you get what I mean, like the TV screen. So you can actually, like, so if you're not playing in the driver's seat where the front windscreens get hit, so if you're playing it like full car view, that it's actually hitting like the screen you see behind your car, so everyone gets advantage of this waterlogged. Now if you guys want to stay tuned for more crew videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Thank you.